Whoa, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, Mike, one of the things that I'm concerned about is I want to talk to you and talk to the camera, and you tell me about lip sync and tell me whether or not that's way off if you can. So I am just interested in how good or bad the lip sync component is. Wow. You got to be kidding. Wow. I have no idea. How could they have a webinar that would have that much delay? Well, Mike, the question I have for you though is, before we go any further, I'm a little confused here, and I should have asked you earlier. The delay that I just heard, was the video also delayed proportionately? So if you weren't on this phone call with me, was the synchronization between what you heard and what you saw correct? Okay. 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 Scared me to death there. Okay. So what you're telling me then is, because of the delay, then it might be a bad place to have any kind of a forum. You're on the phone right now. Do you want to just hang up the call and see if we can communicate over the audio, over the web? Okay, let's hang up the call, Mike, and then I'll call you back as soon as necessary. Thank you. Okay, Mike. Hopefully you can hear me. I can't hear you. Mike, I can't hear you for whatever reason, and no, I can't either. But hang on a second. But on the right, now I see the two of us are listed. I put participants, and bear with me. I'm going to click on you. The camera, your camera is. Hang on a second. It says Oh my God, you got to be kidding. I just clicked on the camera and it says remove person from Hangout. Are you still with me, Mike, or no? I lost you. Yeah, see if you could rejoin, Mike. I have no idea what happened. See if you could rejoin, please. I deleted you somehow, rather. There you are.
Different window now. So here, I'm gonna mute the computer.
I'm gonna hang up the phone, Mike.
Okay.
Could you hear me okay over the web?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
I can. You know, when I went to the attendees list on the right, it showed a little camera and a little sign next to it. When I clicked on that sign, it removed you. And I, for whatever reason, I thought that it would be a drop down. So
yeah, so I think now we're in a Google Hangout environment instead of the webinar environment. However that happens, you know, my understanding, and I guess webinar attendees don't have voice or VoIP, it would seem. I don't know if there's a setting that you can change on your end, but now we're not in that webinar environment, it looks like. We're just in a Google Hangout.
So what I don't know is I don't know how to, one of the, Mike, in the upper right hand corner under attendees, I don't know what you show for options, but it shows one button shows, it says ban attendees. The other one is a camera and it says remove person from Hangout. So there's only two options that I have: remove you from the Hangout, and the other is ban you as a user. So it doesn't seem to provide me with the option of muting you as an example. It just says ban you, meaning you can't get back in. You're not allowed to get back in under any conditions, and the other is to remove you.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And yeah, to be honest, I'm a little confused where I am right now. Here, I'm going to try to, because yeah, I don't think I'm a standard webinar attendee anymore. I don't see that same screen that I was seeing when you were presenting the webinar.
And I don't know how to kill your video and audio where you would be able to see and hear. I just don't know.
I think standard webinar attendees don't have video or audio. So when I clicked that, prior to whenever you removed me and started the Hangout, you weren't seeing me. You couldn't hear me or see me. So I think that's just, you know, if I were a panelist, you know, then I think that's what a panelist is. You're giving someone the ability to speak and have their screen pop up. And that can be up to 9 people, but it would seem like their standard webinar attendee setting is that you don't have video or audio as an attendee, which I guess, you know, they have up to 5,000 people that can attend. So I suppose that makes sense.
So I'm still not sold that this is a platform that's going to work best for us. I guess I don't know enough about it right now. I guess I don't know enough about it, but if I'm understanding you clearly right now, let's just call this is more like a meeting facility, like Elite's webinar meeting platform, and the platform that we're looking for is more like a webinar platform. And it sounds like with the webinar platform, there can't be dialogues.
Yeah, we couldn't have people phone in. You know, I think people's audio is just the VoIP that they get from you. You know, there's no call-in. It would seem as if there's no two-way dialogue. You know, they have the chat option, you know, where if I wanted to, I can type a question that you can see. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It would be nice to have that. I guess I wonder, is that something that we need, you know, kind of given the webinar approach that we were talking about, you know, possibly even, you know, showing recordings, you know, that are, you know, kind of a live webinar environment?
Well, I think one of the first things that we need to conclude is when it comes to webinars, what I've learned over the years is, by and large, there's no questions that are the relative questions. There are always going to be technical questions, or there are going to be questions that are going to bore everybody else to death. So you brought up a good point, though, earlier about chat. I believe that if we offer chat ability, but no voice ability, no questions, I should say, we're good with that, number one. Number two, I thought that when I looked at webinars on air, I quickly came to the conclusion that there's no call-in privileges. It's all VoIP. And that's the only way that they could afford to do this and make it work.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that. But when you think about it, you know, we really, there's an up and a downside to VoIP or to phones. The neat thing about the phones, Mike, is somebody could call in without having to have a computer that has VoIP capability. Now, most computers have VoIP capability, but a lot of them aren't going to, you know, they're not going to have the same features. So I think we would just need to bear in mind that people would have to listen to these webinars over their computer, which I think is probably going to be more common than doing it over the phone. So I'm good with that. I'm thinking out loud. I'm good with webinars being just distributed VoIP and not phone ends. I'm good with that. And I'm good with, Mike, could you try just sending a chat if you could? Or no, we're not in webinars anymore. But I think if people could send in a question chat-wise, and I'm not even certain that we would want to use that because of the challenges come along with it. But I think that would cover anything that we would have to worry about with Q&A.
Sure, Bob. Should I sign back into the web? Do you want me to give you a call and then sign back into the webinar so we can be looking at the actual webinar environment?
If you think that that's something that can be done, because I'm a little confused with what's going on right now.
Okay. All right. Here's the webinar attendee link. I'll click again.
Do you want me to knock you out of this one?
Hold on one second. Let me just see what happens here. All right. It's pulling up the video screen. I think I should be seeing you in a second here. It's pulling up the video screen. I think I should be seeing you in a second here.
We're there. Now, Mike, I can't hear you. Mike, do you want to call me? Call me. Hey, Mike. Okay, so now we're back onto the webinar platform. It looks like, right? Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Let's see. Poll, attendees, offer, Q&A. Wonder what that is. Chat. Oh, here's chat. Chat. Okay, enable chat. Hang on, Mike. Okay. So yeah, that's good. There you go, Mike. Uh-huh. Yeah, and I can't reply to your chat for whatever reason. I got your message, but it's attendees chat. This is really odd. I have no idea why I can't simply respond to your chat. Oh, down here maybe reply. Hang on. Maybe because you're the only one. And I don't see a send. I typed in reply and I don't see a send anywhere. Yeah, let's try that. Yep, there you go. You're right, Mike. Okay. So there, so we know that that works. Okay. No, I don't. Hang on a second. Attendees offer. No, don't want to look at that. Hang on. Enable Q&A. Enter broadcast. Oh, this is where you broadcast probably a message or something. PDF, chat. No, Mike, I don't see a, oh, here, raised hand, 1. Wow. And I'll click on it. Let's see what happens. Now it had raised hand 0. Did you take the hand down, Mike? Or I cleared it probably. Could you try raising the hand again, Mike? Oh, I bet you I got to go to the attendee list maybe. Okay, yeah, okay, now, Mike, you got to go out of chat and you got to go back to the attendee list. Now I see your hand is up. I got to go to chat, and then I would just go to chat. So if I kept the attendee list up, then I would have to toggle back and forth between chat. So when I have attendee list, I see you and myself. And then when I click over to the chat, then I see that as well. And unfortunately, it looks like I can't have both screens up at the same time. I mean, that might be something that we could do later, that we could figure out. This is no deal killer, Mike, for me at this point. Okay. Mute microphone, turn camera off, adjust bandwidth using settings, leave call. Oh, it's over to the left. Chat, screen share. So if I do that, ooh, screen share a Hangout, select a type of video call, full screen, Google Hangout, inbox, Word, whoa. Full screen, Google Hangouts, Mozilla Firefox. I am certainly not sure. Let's try full screen, see what happens. Start screen share. Wow, is that weird or what? What do you see, Mike? Oh, I see. Hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, is this weird or what? Hang on, Mike. Bear with me. Ignore the silence, Mike. This is really odd. Bear with me. Oh, come on. Let me try PowerPoint. Mike, when I did screen share, hang on one second. It's showing like 15 different screens at once. Yeah, that's your screen sharing. Hang on, stop screen sharing. One more time. Google Hangouts, Mozilla Firefox. Let's try this one, start screen share. See if this one works any better. Well, Mike, I have no idea. It's popping up like 15 cascading screen shares. They're all the same, which is not good, which is not good. Yeah, this is, yeah, so I don't know, Mike. I don't have a quick answer on this one. Right now, every time I click on screen share, it shows like if you hold a mirror up in front of a mirror, you know, it's almost like it's holding up, you know, reflecting back and forth between the two. So something is wrong there. I don't know why it's causing that, unless I had to kill my video first, right? Stop. Bear with me, Mike. Let me try one other thing. Where's my video? Bear with me. Turn camera off. Bear with me, Mike. Camera's off. Same thing, even when I turn my camera off, it shows the cascading ones. So I have no idea. Mike, I'm gonna have to scoot, unfortunately. I got a 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock that I gotta get ready for, but we could pick back up on this, because this, if we could get over this hurdle, we might be in a good place, you know? Okay, awesome, Mike, awesome. We're making progress, Mike. That's a good news. All right, thanks, Mike. Okay, thanks, bye.